Counterview JamaateIslami Hind is a law-abiding organization, not a threat to secularism. An opinion piece titled How Radical Organizations Are Influencing Muslim Youth in India by Dr. Shujaat Ali Quadri, chairman of the Muslim Students Organization of India, was recently published on NEWS 18. While the right to free expression and the exposition of academic dialogue and ideological differences is a welcome exercise, the author's villainous portrayal of JamaateIslami Hind JIH is misleading, unsubstantiated, and risks promoting a grave misunderstanding in those circles who do not know JIH. The targeting of a highly respected mainstream socio-religious organization without providing hard facts and evidence smacks of intellectual dishonesty and raises suspicion of ulterior motives. Also read View How Radical Organizations Are Influencing Muslim Youth in India. JamaateIslami Hind has a well-documented set of bylaws governing the conduct of its members. Its vision, mission, methodology, policy, and programs are all listed in its constitution, which is an openly accessible public document, and clearly states, in all its actions the Jamaat shall be bound by moral limits and shall never adopt such means or ways which are against truth and honesty, or through which may come about communal hatred, class struggle, and corruption in the land. JIH unequivocally condemns violence and terrorism in all its manifestations. Its stance on various issues can be accessed through its website. JIH also regularly holds press conferences and gives its opinion on current affairs and events, with the media free to ask any questions they like without any censorship. Dr. Quadri's article accuses JIH of promoting radicalization through an exclusivist, anti-secular ideology that can potentially be the entry point into militancy. There is no credible evidence for this allegation, and it relies upon false insinuations and unidentified intelligence reports. We feel that the author has deliberately tried to confuse the audience by mixing up JamaateIslami Kashmir JEI with JamaateIslami Hind JIH, whereas they are completely different with zero organizational connection. In the absence of any proof, these accusations indicate irresponsibility and unfairly defame a law-abiding organization operating transparently according to India's laws. Depicting JIH's ideology as being anti-democratic and anti-secular, as in his article, amounts to gross misinformation and defamation. Contrary to the article's depiction, JIH advocates social progress and coexistence. The organization runs hundreds of educational institutions across India, offering modern curricula in conjunction with Islamic learning so that youngsters are equipped through education and skills. For instance, JIH-backed schools in Uttar Pradesh and Kerala provide quality education to thousands, including non-Muslims, promoting inclusivity and excellence in education. JIH hospitals and charity work, in the form of free medical camps and orphans sponsorship, serve all communities, mirroring its faith in universal human dignity. Far from being in conflict with secularism, JIH has consistently played a pivotal role in striving to maintain the secular and democratic ethos of India by supporting organizations like the Forum for Democracy and Communal Amity FDCA, Dharmak Jan Morcha, and Sadbhavana Manch. JIH's top leadership is regularly invited by different religious and cultural organizations, government and non-government institutions, and even the President of India for its interfaith programs. JIH speakers also frequently address inter-religious meets organized by the Hindu, Christian, Jain, Buddhist, and Baha'i faith leaders. JIH supports various interest-free microfinance organizations that benefit thousands of poor and marginalized people, irrespective of their caste and creed, and help them come out of financial distress to rebuild their lives. Equally unfounded is the article's criticism of the JIH student wing, the Students' Islamic Organization of India SIO. Instead of cultivating anti-democratic thinking, the SIO of India organizes seminars, workshops, and campaigns in support of various moral and social causes. It inculcates leadership and critical thinking, preparing youngsters to make constructive societal contributions. It is malicious to argue that SIO encourages anti-democratic ideas. It is by far one of the biggest and most democratic student organizations in the world, which has a solid democratic process for electing its unit in charge to its national president. Dr. Quadri seems to assume that the protection of religious identity equals radicalization. Spreading Islamic values, as any religious groups work in promoting cultural identity, is not equivalent to separatism or extremism. Rather, it is a fundamental right guaranteed by our constitution. JIH urges Muslims to join India's plural society and yet hold on to their faith, as seen in its promotion of civic duties and social service. The accusation that JIH creates echo chambers ignores its open interaction with all sections of society through regular contacts, symposiums, seminars, webinars, conferences, lectures, and interviews, and the rejection of isolationism. Reference in this article to digital propaganda in the same sentence as terrorism is as misleading. JIH is present on every social media platform where it states its opinion on events and developments, promotes communal harmony, and tries to enable community development and reform. Swipe left for next video. Despite many vicious attempts to malign JamaateIslami Hind, it continues to play a stellar role in the country and attract and mold thousands of individuals towards the path of material progress and moral rectitude. Hope Dr. Quadri does not believe that if you tell a big enough lie and tell it frequently enough, it will be believed. Arshad Sheikh is a prolific writer and member of JIH's central media team. Views expressed in the above piece are personal and solely those of the author. They do not necessarily reflect NEWS18's views. Latest blogs.